Guys, hello. Welcome once again to Geek Workshop. As you can see, I have this very interesting book, this interesting graphic adaptation of Anne Frank's diary. Because I am going to start a series of videos in which you will enjoy and you will know the story of Anne Frank, okay? But before we begin this, obviously, like we say in English, first things first, and that is the characters. I am going to show you the characters in this story. So, are you guys ready? Let's go and let's meet the characters of the story. The Frank family, Anne Frank, Margot Frank, Otto Frank, Edith Frank. And we have these other residents, Peter Van Pels, August Van Pels, Herman Van Pels, and Fritz Pfeffer. And obviously these ones here, okay? Johannes Kleiman, Victor Kugler, Beb, Miep, Jan, and Johan, okay? So these guys are the characters, the famous characters in this very nice story. So are you ready to learn, to enjoy, and to know the story of Anne Frank? Okay, so let's go. Anne Frank's diary. Okay, let's go. No one would believe me, but at the age of 13, I feel totally alone in this world. I have loving parents and a 16-year-old sister. What are you waiting for, Anne? Come and open your presents. Annelie and Jacqueline are supposedly my best friends, but I've never had a real friend. She does like to be the center of attention, doesn't she? I have a throng of admirers who can keep their adoring eyes of me. Anne, calm down. I can't live without you. Rob, go home. I swear I'm going to call the police. All I think about when I'm with friends is having a good time. I can't bring myself to talk about anything but ordinary, everyday things. Much as I try, I can't get any closer to people. That is why. As soon as I saw you among my other presents, I knew you were special. So you're going to be the closest friend I never had in my life. And I am going to call this friend Kitty. Dear Kitty, I hope I will be able to confide everything to you as I have never been able to confide in anyone. And I hope you will be a great source of comfort and support. It better provide a brief sketch of my life. My father and mother married in Germany in 1925. It was not love at first sight. Does it bother you that I'm much more older? How would I know? You're my first one. My sister, Margot, was born in 1926. Isn't she the prettiest baby ever? You shouldn't say that, darling. It'll bring bad luck. I came into the world 3 years later. Annalise Mary Frank. Goodness, she's even prettier than her sister. You'll bring bad luck if you say that. According to whom? To us, Jews, of course. Being Jewish was not so important in our home. Mother did come from a traditional background, but we kept things religion free. But then the Nazis came along and defined us Jews as different after all. Does this veterinarian only treat Jewish animals? No, but he's treated like an animal only because he is Jewish. When the Nazis came to power, their aim was to remove the Jews from German society, even though Jews were less than 1% of population. The Nazis believed we were the root of all evil. All my Jewish friends in the civil service have been fired. This will only get worse. It's time to make a move. Believing Holland was safe for Jews, Father moved to Amsterdam in 1933 to run Aspecto, a company that manufactured a secret stabilizer for jam. Mother and Margot followed a bit later, while I stayed in Germany with Grandma. On Margot's 8th birthday, I came from Germany as a surprise present, and our family was finally reunited. Life in Holland was beautiful. We had such freedom. We went ice skating all the time and even took ski holidays in the Swiss Alps. The bad signs of what was about to happen began when Uncle Uli came from Hamburg. He had fled from Germany and he told us how horrific life had become for Jews there. Nazis burned down synagogues and Jewish-owned shops and smashed their windows. They also burned books that were about Jewish culture or written by Jews. Jews were fleeing, finding shelter wherever they could. There are rumors of a labor camp in Deccan where the Nazis send anyone who isn't German enough. But what do they do to those people there? I can only imagine. Dear Kitty, who could imagine that after we ran away from the German horrors, the Nazis would invade Holland and it would start all over again? Jews, out of the water now! Get out! Why are they? Because they think Jews will spread dangerous germs in the water. You see, Kitty, no trams for Jews anymore, not to mention cars. At least we can still ride our bikes. 2 weeks later, no bikes. So now we can't go to parks, we can't even be out on the streets after dark, and we were not allowed to visit Christian friends. At least the moon has no religion. I need to go to the bathroom. Me too, but with all these restrictions, I don't know if we are allowed to. And that, my friends, is the beginning of this and Frank's diary. So guys, remember, I'm going to start a series of videos about this for you to learn and for you to know the sad story of this little girl. and Frank. In the meantime, if you love the content of Geek Workshop, hey, subscribe, hit that button, turn the notifications on, and stay tuned, stay tuned. More videos are on the way. In the meantime, thank you very much. Have a nice day and have a nice week.